Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bedford High School, home of the Bulldogs. Today's date is Wednesday, October 15th, 2025, and we are here to bring you a matchup between the visiting Portsmouth Clippers and your hometown Bedford Bulldogs. The Bulldogs boast an incredibly strong record of 13 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie on the season. Tonight is senior night. This is where we represent and recognize all the seniors playing for the Bedford field hockey team. And we'll go down the list of those who are out here and should be recognized for their contributions to the Bedford girls field hockey program. Senior Captain Eloise Montagano, Anna Ray, Carly Hodgson-Rogers, Avery Girasol, Senior Captain Tegan O'Donnell, Taylor Bailey, Vi Hodgson-Rogers, Mia Catane, Grace Wolf, Claudia DeLeo, Ella Putney, Irene Tsai, Grace Watson, Ella O'Keefe, and Eva Pizziantini. As play is underway and the Bulldogs are on the attack, a foul called, and the Clippers will bring it out to the 16 for a free hit. They try to move the ball up the field, catches a Bedford player's leg. Ball comes near side, but out of bounds. Referee is going to call the free side in for the Clippers at about the 40. Number 3, Emma Vetters for the Clippers puts it into play. Ball goes right out of bounds. And referee is going to call it Clipper ball. Vetter again. Back pass. Plays give and go with Amara Boyer. And the Bulldogs get it back. Ella Putney finds O'Donnell. O'Donnell up over the 25. Cuts into the 15, into the shooter circle. Looking for room. Shot. Missed the ball. And that will be a free hit for the Clippers from the 16. Referee calls a dangerous stick. Montagano finds O'Donnell. O'Donnell to Girasol. Back to O'Donnell. O'Donnell spin. Shot. Just wide of the net. Far right. Nice quick passing play down low as the Bulldogs are on the attack. Two minutes off the clock here in the first quarter. Clippers try to clear. Grace Wolf over to Montagano. Montagano shot into the circle. Hits the legs of the Clippers. Clippers do go to clear, but referee is going to call that a corner. This will be the first corner of the game for your Bulldogs. Senior Grace Wolf, midfielder for the Bulldogs, has had a great season. She's down on the goal line, ready to inbound the ball. Referee gives the whistle. Grace Wolf up top to O'Donnell. O'Donnell turns. Shot. Deflected. Referee is going to call a dangerous stick on that as well, as O'Donnell tried to follow through, but that was nicely defended there by the Clippers. Number 11, Abigail Pellerin. Burling goes far sideline. Clippers try to work it up across 35. Intercepted by Ray. She dishes to Montagano. Montagano goes to work. Finds O'Donnell. O'Donnell backhand shot. Almost deflected there by Girasol, but that ball goes left of the net. And the Clippers will come out to the 16 with the free hit. Referee is resetting the Clippers player. And the Clippers move the ball up across the 20. Avery Girasol fighting for it, along with Grace Wolf. She comes away with it. Dishes to O'Donnell. O'Donnell looking for a lane. Covered. Pushes it back to Montagano. Montagano, backhand into O'Donnell again. She cuts to the right, trying to find an opening. Curls around the 5-yard line, drives it towards the net, out in front. Bulldogs chasing it. Montagano gets it on her stick. Wrister knocked down there by the Clippers. Nice defensive play there from Portsmouth as they're able to slow down the Bulldogs, but they've come right back. Montagano a 360. At the 20, lets a shot go. Pad save, scrambled for out in front. Clippers are able to push it out of the shooting circle. Back comes Montagano as she draws the foul. Now she takes a shot, deflected by O'Donnell. Right out in front, Putney tries to get it in, but the goalkeeper, Reese McCauley, for the Clippers, able to keep that ball out of the net. Clippers desperately trying to get out of their zone. Up comes senior Claudia DeLeo. Nice defensive play as she sends the ball back down low. Ella Putney gives chase. O'Donnell and Putney battling forward in the circle, and O'Donnell's going to get the Clippers to commit a foul, and the Bulldogs will have their second corner of the night. Great play there by senior defender Claudia DeLeo as she stepped up and intercepted that ball and pushed it down the field to create this offensive bid. Grace Wolf from the goal line sends it up top over to O'Donnell. Referee blows the whistle, and referee is going to call a foul against the Bulldogs, saying that Ella Putney left early on that, and the Bulldogs are going to have to reset. Wolf up top again to O'Donnell. She goes low to Girasol. Girasol, Montagano, spin, shot, just wide of the net. Bulldogs staying relentless on the ball right now as the Clippers are trying to clear. Free hit Portsmouth from the 16. Try to move the ball over the 20. Girasol dishes to O'Donnell. She keeps it in bounds. Stick handles around, trying to find an opening. Sends it towards the net. Kicked out of bounds there by the goaltender. That ball will come back out to the 25. Remain in Bedford's possession. Montagano lays it out to Carly Hodgson-Rogers. She bolts in. Nice defensive play there by Pellerin for Portsmouth as Vetter tries to move it up the field, draws a foul off the Bulldogs. Vetter pushes it up, trying to catch Bonilla, but that goes out of the play. And by Hodgson-Rogers, back pass to Claudia DeLeo. DeLeo trying to catch Mia Catane at the 50. Catane does catch up with it, spins, finds Montagano. Montagano at the 40, beautiful backhand, lays it out all the way down to Ella Putney. But nice defensive pressure there by number 24, Amara Boyer, as she stepped up to slow down the Bedford attack. Burling will take it for the Clippers. Sends it up the field. Montagano knocks it down. Ball pops up off the stick. Catches Vi Hodgson-Rogers up in the face. We have a break. Number 10, Kellogg, into the shooter circle. Catane, beautiful defensive play as she hustles all the way back to slow Kellogg down, as that was a sure breakaway. But senior captain Mia Catane got back and hustled all the way in order to make sure that Kellogg didn't get a shot off. Montagano steps up, lays it out for Vi Hodgson-Rogers. She gets it to Ella Putney. Ella Putney comes to the 50, slides it up to the 45. Montagano chips it to O'Donnell. O'Donnell with a lane, up across the 25, in towards the shooter circle, looking for room, winds up, shot. Nice save there by the Clipper goaltender. McCauley, as she squared up on the ball and knocked that bid down. Referee making a call on the field there. Giving a card to senior forward Avery Girasol. Not sure what that was for. As Girasol is going to go to the sideline. The Bulldogs will be down for 2 minutes, shorthanded. Off whatever the referee saw there. And the Bulldogs come right back. Montagano up across the 30. Referee blows the whistle again. Having a conversation with Kate Gaudreau, coach of the Bedford Bulldogs. Referee will reset the play at about the 20-yard line. And it'll be a free hit for the Clippers. Lots of conversation here between the referees. As they're trying to get the clock right. We're going to put 6 minutes and 5 seconds back on the clock. And play will get back underway. Montagano, quick steal. Cuts up across the 25. Catches Putney. Putney spins. Finds O'Donnell in the shooter's circle. O'Donnell looking for some room. Pushing it out to the side. Comes back the other way. Drives it towards the net. Bounces towards the goal. Hits the foot of Putney. And the Clippers have a free pass up the field. That hits Putney's foot again, and the Clippers again will have a free hit from the 20. Ball battled for about the 20-yard line. Vetter comes away with it, but commits a foul. Montagano takes it quickly, looking for room, trying to work her way in. Goes backhand, kick save there by the Clipper goalie. O'Donnell tried to shield the ball, but referee's going to call that for using her body to shield the ball and not continue movement. Here comes Carly Hodgson-Rogers. She chips it up to O'Donnell. O'Donnell at the 20, trying to get around the defender. Clippers commit a foul there as well. Referee's going to pull out another card and give it to O'Donnell. So the Bulldogs are 2 players down right now. Not sure what that call was either. As play gets back underway. 4:43, first quarter, 0-0. Clippers try to move it up the field. They go far side. They commit a foul. Anna Ray sends it far sideline, trying to catch Grace Wolf on the run. Ball goes out of bounds. Side in for the Bulldogs. Wolf looking for the spot. Finds Montagano. Montagano cuts in the shooter circle towards the net. Backhands it out in front. Knocked back down. Montagano has it again. Trying to work past the goaltender. Clippers goalie on the spot there once again, as McCauley has been right on top of every single one of the Bedford offensive efforts. And they're able to work it out to about the 40 and cross the 50-yard line. Hodgson-Rogers scoops it back up. She stick handles up, swings at the ball, gets it up the field. Putney over to Montagano. Montagano, big lift to Lenti. Lenti reaches up, catches her stick, and catches the defender with the ball in the face. We're going to have a referee timeout here to make sure that Izzy Getman is okay back there. Getman's going to go to the sideline. And play will get back underway as Getman is getting attention on the sideline for that injury. It's good to see her be able to get off the field under her own power. Don't want to see any of these athletes hurt out here. As the Clippers will have the side in from about the 45 in their own territory. They get it up across the 50, but Lenty's there. She comes charging up the field. Dishes to Putney. Putney up across the 20. Back to Putney. Back to Lenty. Lenty trying to get it in towards the goal mouth. Knocked down there again. Referee blows the whistle. And looks like the Bulldogs are going to get their third corner of the night. .2:30 left on the clock. Grace Wolf down on the goal line for the Bulldogs, ready to insert. Wolf into Lenty. Lenty, shot towards the net, knocked down there. Montagano scoops it, looks for room, chips it towards the net. Grace Wolf at the front of the net, back to Montagano. Montagano finds the back of the net, waiting on the referee's call here. She's going to say no goal. But the Bulldogs come right back. Hodgson Rogers pushes it towards the net. O'Donnell checks back in the game. Backhand over to Montagano. Montagano, the beautiful goal. That one counts. Bulldogs go up 1-0. Nifty little play there. Hodgson Rogers cuts down hard right, down along the 10-yard line, gets the ball into the shooter circle, finds O'Donnell, and O'Donnell, with eyes in the back of her head, goes backhand pass right onto Montagano's stick, and Montagano buries it. Bulldogs up 1-0. As we've seen all season, Tegan O'Donnell and Eloise Montagano, the tag team duo, creating a lot of offense out here. As O'Donnell lays it out to Lenty. Lenty chips towards the net. McCauley kicks it away. Montagano back, shot. Knocked down there with the paddle. By McCauley. And Portsmouth will try to clear it up the field. The Bulldogs have just been relentless in their attack. That ball comes up between the 25 and 35-yard line. And once again, like we've seen all season long, Eloise Montagano has been there, along with Grace Wolf and Hodgson Rogers and others, just knocking those passes down, spinning and getting the ball back into the offensive circle. Ball far side of the field. Montagano lays it up. Finds Wolf. Wolf to Lenty. Lenty to Putney. Putney looking for room. Winds up. Shot. Deflected. In towards the net. Hodgson Rogers tries to keep it in bounds, but that ball goes out of bounds. And with 10 seconds on the clock, the Clippers will have the free hit from the 16. And they will smartly just push it right out of bounds and end this quarter, as the Bulldogs have put on quite the offensive show here, but just haven't been able to connect other than the one goal. So at the end of one quarter, the hometown Bedford Bulldogs are up 1-0. Well, folks, as we mentioned at the beginning of the season, I think I said as game one was underway, don't blink, because the season goes by so quickly, and it certainly has. Here we are, the final game of the regular season for your hometown Bedford Bulldogs. boasting a record of 13 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie. That 1 loss comes at the hands of the defending state champions, Keene Blackbirds. That game went into overtime, and a stroke was awarded in that game, and that's how the Keene Blackbirds were able to win that game off the stick of senior McKenna Nelson. McKenna Nelson is headed on to play her field hockey at St. Anselm College next fall. Very talented player. And wouldn't you know it, right now the standings are such that Keene and Bedford are both tied in first place with a total of 54 points, sitting atop the Division I standings. The Portsmouth Clippers come in today with a record of 2 wins and 12 losses. However, it should be noted that they had a win against Windham, 2-1, and when Bedford played Windham, the Bedford Bulldogs only won that game 3-1. So we know the Clippers are capable of putting up a fight. And the Bulldogs have their hands full here as the end of the first quarter, only up 1-0. And anything can happen. As it stands, the playoffs get underway next week. Your hometown Bulldogs get a first-round bye, being tied for first in the standings. That would mean that the next game would be the quarterfinals for them, Friday, October 24th at 3 p.m. The Bulldogs would also have home field advantage for that quarterfinal game. Should they go on to win that quarterfinal game, they would play on the 28th of October, that's a Tuesday, at either 5 p.m. or 7 p.m. Those games are the semifinal games, and they'll be held at Exeter Stadium, Exeter High School. And if the Bulldogs are able to hold on and make it to the championship, the Division I New Hampshire High School Field Hockey State Championship game will be played here at Bedford High School on November 1st. As plays back underway in the second quarter, Lenti moves quickly up into the shooter circle. Nice kick save there as McCauley sends that ball great distance and out of bounds. I don't have the stat in front of me, but I know I read just a few weeks ago that McCauley, I believe, has set a school record at Portsmouth for the amount of saves. And it's certainly a tremendous amount of saves over her career as O'Donnell comes in on the goal line, cuts towards the net, shot, McCauley save. So McCauley's the type of goaltender that could steal a game from somebody. She's certainly a seasoned veteran and a great goaltender out there. It's freshman Abby Elaine sends it up. Vi Hodgson-Rogers pushes it towards the circle. Hodgson-Rogers gets it back, sees Elaine, shoves it towards the net. Lenti and O'Donnell and Grace Wolf give chase, but that ball comes out of the shooter circle. There's Montagano, finds Wolf. Wolf to Lenti. Lenti trying to drive towards the circle. Referee's going to call a foul on the Clippers, so it'll remain Bedford ball, and Montagano will take it. Eloise Montagano, senior captain, 4-year starter, tries to get in the shooter circle, and they're going to call a free hit for the Clippers going the other way. Putney gets it back to Montagano. Montagano up into the shooter circle. O'Donnell gives chase into the crowd. Putney reaches for it. Referee's going to call a free hit for the Clippers. Near sideline. Vetter fights for it. Putney gets it back. Putney into O'Donnell. O'Donnell looking for Elaine. Stick handling around. Goes into the shooter circle. Backhand shot. Comes up high. Ball gets knocked down. Referee's going to blow the whistle and send it back the other way with a free hit and call that a dangerous hit on the Bulldogs. Ball comes near side, just mishandled by Boyer as that ball goes out of bounds. And the Bulldogs will have the free side in. Vi Hodgson Rogers will take it. Vi Hodgson Rogers is off next year to University of New England, where she'll continue her field hockey career. And represent the Lady Bulldogs as she moves on. Lenti, shot, score! Quick play there as Lenti battled for it and a quick wrist shot. McCauley wasn't ready for it, and quite frankly, neither was I calling the game here. Nice quick shot by sophomore Mary Lenti. And the Bulldogs are up 2-0. Vetter for the Clippers, tries to push it upfield, gets it across the 50. Hodgson Rogers knocks it down. Finds Montagano. Montagano to Catane, to Elaine, to Montagano. Back out to Ray. Bulldogs spreading the ball around the field. Grace Wolf slips all the way down the field. Drops it off for Lenti. Lenti into the shooter circle. Chips at it. Hits the leg of the Clipper defender. And that's going to be a corner awarded to the Bulldogs. That'll be the Bulldogs' fourth corner of the game. Bulldogs up 2-0, 10:30 on the clock. Grace Wolf on the goal line. She sends it up top to Girasol. Girasol to O'Donnell, to Montagano. Shot and wide. Some quick passing there by the Bulldogs, but they just weren't able to get that shot on net. Clippers come near field. Vetter battles for it. Girasol gets it back, gives it to Vi Hodgson Rogers, to Eloise Montagano. Montagano, another 360. Dishes it down low to Girasol, but just out of her reach. Girasol fighting for the ball back, but that goes out of bounds. And that'll be a free hit for Portsmouth as they'll come back up to the 16 and send it the other way. Ball goes out of the bounds off of Benia's stick. And Catane takes it. Catane tries to catch Hodgson Rogers. Does. Hodgson Rogers pushes it into the shooter circle to Lenti. Lenti in behind the goalie. Scrambled for. Donald chips at it. Ball pops up in the air. Hits some bodies. It goes in the back of the net, but that goal will not count, as that hit a couple of bodies. And Portsmouth back out to the 16 with the free hit. Move the ball up the field. Girasol. Shot. Save McCauley. Nice kick save. Hodgson Rogers comes back in. Eds up, drawing the foul as she pushed that ball right into the feet of Boyer, and Boyer just couldn't get out of the way in time. And the Bulldogs will have their fifth corner of the game. .8:30 left on the clock. Senior midfielder Grace Wolf down on the goal line. Pushes it up. Comes to O'Donnell. O'Donnell passes to Montagano. Shot just wide again as Montagano O'Donnell trying to work out who was going to take that shot as the Clippers defense came barreling out of the net. And another nice defensive stand. Clippers try to clear. Ball goes out of bounds. Bulldogs will have the free side in. Wolf into Montagano. Montagano shovels to O'Donnell. O'Donnell cutting to the right, looking for room. Spins around the defenders. Tries to get a shot off, doesn't get all of it, and the Clippers are able to come out. Elaine knocks it down. Hodgson Rogers tries to get it back. Vetter for the Clippers gets it up across the 50. Perot tries to take it away. Catane steals the ball from her, finds Montagano. Montagano back to Catane at the 50. Pushes it up to Girasol. Girasol cuts in across the 30, gets it to O'Donnell. O'Donnell back to Girasol. Into the shooter circle. Girasol back in towards the net. Scrambled for. Lenti gets it. Shot. Save McCauley. Rebound right there. Lenti gets it again with another wrister. Referee blows the whistle. That's going to be the 6th corner of the game for the Bulldogs. And this time, Kate Gaudreau is going to put senior captain attack Tegan O'Donnell down on the goal line to insert. She sends it up top to Lenti. Lenti back to O'Donnell. Tries a one-timer. Doesn't get it. Clippers with the free hit from the 25. Try to clear it up the field. Get it up across the 40. Foul called. Montagano has it. Goes to Vi Hodgson Rogers. She pushes up to Girasol. Girasol back to Montagano. Montagano goes with a lift. Catches Lenti out in front of the net. She drops it down, spins, gets a shot off. But McCauley's able to stop that. Referee's going to blow the whistle on the high stick. And the Clippers try and get it up. Vetter working that 25-yard line, but Montagano is there. She chips it down. Tries to lay it out for Girasol, but Girasol cut in. That ball went out of bounds. It'll be Clippers ball from about the 13-yard line in their own end. Boyer. Nice push pass up the field, but Elaine is there. She finds Montagano. Montagano spins, has room, shot, far side, beautiful save as McCauley sticks the waffle out and knocks that down. Montagano, senior captain midfielder, got all of it. Really ripped that ball right towards the net. Up comes Lenti, into the shooter circle, looking for room, stick handles around, goes backhand, and loses it out of bounds. That ball will come out to the 16. Portsmouth will have a free hit. Bonilla. Ball gets taken away by Putney towards the net. Shot. Ball comes up, hits the body of a player, and that's going to come back out to the 16. Portsmouth will have a free hit again. They come near sideline. Vetter chips it up. Catane was there. Montagano now has it. Stick handles into open space. Back to the right, finds Lenti. She cuts in, has room, shot, score. Mary Lenti with her second goal of the night off the wrist shot. Montagano with the assist.
Bedford goal, Mary Lenti, assisted by Eloise Montagano.
So Lenti has tallied twice for the Bulldogs here tonight. And the Bulldogs are up 3-0. Just about 3 minutes left on the clock here in the second quarter. Ball goes out of bounds At about the 45, Clippers will bring it back in. Knocked down by Montagano. Finds Grace Wolf. Grace Wolf pushes it up. As senior Taylor Bailey has checked into the game for the Bulldogs. Clippers will push it up across the 50. Vi Hodgson-Rogers is there. She goes far sideline. Stick handling around, trying to find Montagano. Montagano chips at it. Finds Taylor Bailey again. Taylor Bailey at the 30. Clippers are able to get something going here, but knocked down again by Grace Wolf as she's trying to feed Bailey. Grace Wolf comes back out with it. Stick handles up across the 25, pushes it to Vi Hodgson-Rogers. Ball gets knocked down by Elaine. Catane up to Girasol. Girasol spins into Hodgson-Rogers. Nice defensive play there as the Clippers were able to slow down the Bulldogs, but Montagano with room goes backhand towards the net. Ball goes in. Referee shaking her head again and saying no goal. Portsmouth will have it again. They come near sideline. Vetter tries to move it up. Hodgson-Rogers knocks it down. Referee blows the whistle, calls a free hit for Portsmouth. That'll come up to about the 35-yard line. Vetter will take it. Vetter pushes into midfield. Knocked down by Lenti. She finds Montagano. Montagano stick handles left. Back right. Continues up across the 20 and the 25. Shot. Absolute bullet. Nice save there by McCauley. Lenti gets it back. Pushes it back to Montagano. Wrister towards the net. Deflected and in. Senior Taylor Bailey with the deflection down low. And she puts the Bulldogs up 4-0. That's a assist again tonight from Eloise Montagano. And Taylor Bailey scored last game, scores again tonight. Puts the Bulldogs up 4-0. Here it is on senior night. Bailey transferred to Bedford last year, a little bit late, ended up being the manager of the field hockey team, has made the team this year, and has scored her second goal of the season tonight. Back-to-back games she's tallied. And it's nice to see all these Bulldogs getting on the board here. At the 40, Vetter. Push pass, back, across the 50. Lenti steals. Lenti trying to work it up the field. Wisely passes out to Grace Wolf in space. Wolf sends it down near sideline, but that'll be the end of the second quarter with your hometown Bedford Bulldogs leading the Portsmouth Clippers 4-0. We're going to take a break and we'll be right back. Welcome back to Bedford High School in Bedford, New Hampshire, as we are going into the third quarter here. Your hometown Bedford Bulldogs are playing the visiting Portsmouth Clippers. Bulldogs are up 4-0 so far, but spirited play out here by the Clippers, and in particular, goaltender for the Clippers, Reese McCauley, has made some amazing saves. Her mother has made it very clear to me, I want everyone on the broadcast to know, she came to the booth to let me know, it was over 550 career saves that McCauley has had in 2 years. Absolutely amazing. I know I read that last week. I mentioned it early in the broadcast that I didn't know the exact number, but Mama always knows best. So there we go, folks, and that's one heck of an accomplishment as play is back underway and the Bulldogs cut up across the 30. Montagano with room. Get in the shooter circle. Shot. McCauley knocks it down. Ball cleared. Vi Hodgson-Rogers has it back. Cuts back in towards the net. Finds Putney. Swipes at it. Grace Wolf. Shot. Score. The Bedford Bulldogs go up 5-0 off a nifty play. And Grace Wolf on the back door turned the body and drove that ball home. That was an assist to Ella Putney, as the seniors have shown up tonight here on senior night.
Goal number 13, Grace Wolf, assisted by Ella Putney.
Bulldogs up 5-0. Third quarter, 13:30 on the clock. Claudia DeLeo pushes the ball up the field, finds Montagano. Montagano from the 50. Goes far sideline, back to Putney. Montagano gets it back. Beautiful stick handling as she charges up the field, looking for space. Finds it. Stick handles up across the 20, into the shooter circle. Sends it in towards the play. Ends up catching the foot of a Clipper player, but they're going to call a dangerous ball on that, as that'll come back out the other way. And the Clippers move it up across the 40. Hodgson Rogers knocks it down. Clippers get it back, move it up across the 50. Catane pokes it back up to O'Donnell. O'Donnell quickly lays it out for Wolf. Wolf with room. Goes down low. Girasol trying to send it down to O'Donnell. Doesn't get there. Wolf comes in. Chips away at it. Carly Hodgson Rogers comes out with it. With speed. Into open space. Looking for a hole. Chips it up. Ends up getting the Clippers to commit a foul. It'll be a free hit for the Bulldogs here from the 30. Carly Hodgson Rogers lifts it up in the air. Ball gets knocked down. Putney takes it away into the shooter circle. Putney passes over trying to catch O'Donnell. Vi Hodgson Rogers takes it. Shot just wide, but I think McCauley got another save on that. She has been the highlight of this Portsmouth Clipper team out here tonight, as the Bulldogs just keep on attacking. Here comes Montagano, back in the circle, backhand, goes back door, just out of the reach of Putney as that ball came up high. And the Bulldogs are just locked down here in between the 30 and 50-yard line as the Clippers keep trying to clear it. O'Donnell knocks it down. Girasol pushes it into the circle. O'Donnell takes it away. Spins. Passes it up top. Nice defensive play there as the Clippers come out with it. Move it up far side of the field. Catane steps up. Senior captain for the Bulldogs. She finds Grace Wolf. Grace Wolf lays it out to O'Donnell. O'Donnell one touch into Girasol. Shot hits the post. Montagano gets that back and puts it in the back of the net as O'Donnell lays it out for Girasol. Girasol on the one-time spin shot hits the post. I apologize for you at home. I lost sight of the ball there for a minute, but Montagano there once again steps up and risks it into the back of the net, and the Bedford Bulldogs go up 6-0.
Goal, Eloise Montagano.
All these Bedford seniors out here on senior night getting into the play. And those seniors that we'd like to recognize for their contributions to the Bedford Bulldog Field Hockey program. Senior captain Eloise Montagano, Anna Ray, Carly Hodgson Rogers, Avery Girasol, Tegan O'Donnell, senior captain, Taylor Bailey, Vi Hodgson Rogers, Mia Catane, Grace Wolf, Claudia DeLeo, Ella Putney, Irene Sy, Grace Watson, Eva Picientini, and Ella O'Keefe. As Putney spins charges up the field, cuts across the 50 with some room, lays it out to O'Donnell. O'Donnell into the shooter circle. Nice defensive play there by the Clippers as they clear it away, but just too far out of bounds for number 4, Marina Bonilla, to get to it. Montagano down low to Girasol. Girasol back to Montagano. Montagano looking for room. Tries a stick handle around the defender. Lays it out to Browning. Browning. Ball goes out of bounds as Browning is checked into the game for Grace Wolf. Lacey Browning is a sophomore midfielder for the Bulldogs. Ball comes up across the 20. Ray has it. Ray into Montagano. Montagano back to Catane. Catane far side to DeLeo. Just too hot to handle as that ball goes out of bounds. And the Bulldogs have checked Morgan Widener into the game as well. O'Donnell chasing it, pokes it away, gets around the defender, in towards the goal set, and ends up getting knocked down. That ball comes back to the 20. Browning catches it. Gets it to Montagano. Montagano, beautiful stick work, shot. Ball comes up high, knocked down there. O'Donnell on the rebound, shot again. Goes backhand, tries to roof it. Ball goes out of bounds. And that ball will come out to the 16, and the Portsmouth Clippers will have a free hit from there. Try to clear it. Addison Putney's checked into the game. She's in the shooter circle. Loses the handle as that ball goes out far side. Morgan Widener gives chase. It'll remain Bulldog ball as Widener tries to get it in towards the center of the field. Montagano chases it down. She draws the foul. And the Clippers will have the free hit. They go far side. Widener tried to intercept, couldn't. But that ball went out of bounds, and that will be a free side in for the Bulldogs. Widener into Montagano. Montagano spins, cuts back to the right, cuts over the 30, tries to dish it off, gets the ball back, gets it off the leg of the Clipper defender, so she'll have a free hit. She moves 5 yards. Looks for room, sends it back to her sister Liza Montagano. Liza Montagano tries to go backhand to get it to Browning, can't, as that ball was intercepted there by Portsmouth. Widener chases it down. Ball comes up to the 50. DeLeo knocks it down. It popped up and hit DeLeo, but they're going to call a free hit for the Clippers. From the 50, number 1, Perot tried to clear it. They call Montagano on the foul. Portsmouth moves up to the 30, gets it down to the 20. Ray knocks it back. Montagano went out to Browning. She's looking for room. Ends up committing a foul. Bonilla will take it. Bonilla pushes it up across the 25. Morgan Widener takes it for the Bulldogs. Trying to clear. Chips it up. Bonilla gets it back. Comes near sideline. Trying to turn. Browning knocks the ball out of bounds. Bonilla again pushes the ball in towards center field. Ball bounces down into the shooter circle. Portsmouth gives chase. Ray trying to clear it. Battled for as number 10 Kellogg gets it back. Shoots it towards the net. Scrambled for. Clippers get a shot off. Ball goes out of bounds. As the Clippers show some life here offensively with a nice offensive bid there. But the Bulldogs will have it back. Montagano, DeLeo trying to catch Widener. Ball goes off a Clippers player stick, and it's a free side in for the Bulldogs. DeLeo will take it. She sends it in. Montagano peels it away from the Portsmouth player. She spins, starts to go upfield. Continues. Up across the 50. She decides to lift it. Beautiful play up the field. Addison Putney charging towards the circle. Finds O'Donnell. O'Donnell looking for room. Tries to go backhand. Misfires. Gets it again. Tries to go backhand again. Shovels it towards the net. Knocked down by McCauley. And ball kept out of the net. Ball comes near sideline. Browning battles for it. They're going to call Browning on that for a reach-in foul. And Portsmouth will have the free hit. Ball goes up across the 30, bounces up in the air. Liza Montagano to Eloise Montagano. Up to O'Donnell. O'Donnell again looking for room. This time she has it. Goes backhand shot. Almost deflected by Addie Putney. But that ball goes wide of the net and out of bounds. And the Clippers will have a free hit from the 16. Bedford Bulldogs up 6-0 here over the visiting Portsmouth Clippers from the 16-yard line. Number 11 for the Clippers, Abigail Pellerin, will take it. She pushes it up the field, finds her teammate. It gets all the way up to the 50. DeLeo with a nice job tracking that ball down and pushing it back the other way. Goes to Widener. Widener finds Montagano. Montagano with her head up, surveying the field, decides to lay it out to Ray. Ray at the 50. Tries to get it upfield. She's going to get the Clippers to commit a foul. Browning will take it, trying to move quickly. Bulldogs looking for room. As Bonillo knocks the ball out of bounds, Browning's going to have the side in. She lays it out to Taylor Bailey, who can't catch up with it. Goes off her foot and out of bounds. And the Clippers will have the free side in from about the 12-yard line in their territory. Foul's committed. And referee is going to award the ball to the Clippers. And they are set up at about the 22-yard line. Number 6, Burling, puts it in. O'Donnell gets it. Moves into the shooter circle. Looking for room. Stick handles in traffic. Looking for a shot. Gets one off. Goes back door. Ball goes in the net. Referee says no goal. Not sure why, but no goal. Play back underway. Bulldogs commit a foul. Under 30 seconds left in the clock here in the third quarter. Montagano gets it, lays it out to O'Donnell, pops over her stick. Montagano gets it back, shovels it to Taylor Bailey. Taylor Bailey scoops it up, passes it into the circle. Widener tries to catch it, can't. Under 10 seconds on the clock here. The Clippers are going to have a free hit, but that'll expire time as O'Donnell took it quickly, tried to get upfield, but not enough time on the clock. Here we are, the end of the third quarter. Your hometown Bedford Bulldogs are up 6-0 over the Portsmouth Clippers. Well, here we are, final game of the season, coming to you live from Bedford High School, as the students affectionately call the stadium the Boneyard. The Bulldogs certainly have feasted on the Clippers so far with a 6-0 lead after 3 quarters. On the recap, we have goals scored by Eloise Montagano, which came early in the first quarter. Mary Lenti, 2 goals. Taylor Bailey tallied a goal, second game in a row. And then Grace Wolf as well put one in the back of the net. So the Bulldogs certainly, I think we have Eloise Montagano with 2 goals on the night. I'd have to check the scorecard. The Bulldogs have been awarded 6 corners so far. And assists that I can account for from Ella Putney, Eloise Montagano with 2, Tegan O'Donnell with 1. And the Bulldogs certainly have spread the field and moved the ball around very well tonight. Here it is, senior night. We're recognizing our seniors here, the Bedford Girls Field Hockey Program. And the Bedford Bulldogs have 15 seniors on this roster. But don't be fooled. This roster is very deep with a lot of sophomores, juniors, and even freshmen out here contributing in this program all season long. As the Bulldog players get back out onto the field ready to go for the fourth quarter. And we'll go through these names one more time. Want to recognize all of our seniors out here for an incredible career. We had a nice ceremony before the game started where the seniors, along with their family members, came out onto the field. Pictures were taken. There's some nice banners out here with the players' pictures and balloons. And certainly the boosters and the moms and dads here have done a nice job. A lot of work over the years trying to make this nice for these players. As O'Donnell gets it and plays back underway. Tries to cut up across the 15, loses the handle. Catane gets it back. Ball battled for at the 25. Catane lays it out to Wolf. Wolf back into the circle and cleared. Again, seniors on this team. Senior captain Eloise Montagano, Anna Ray, Carly Hodgson-Rogers, Avery Girasol. Senior captain Tegan O'Donnell, Taylor Bailey, Vi Hodgson-Rogers, Mia Catane, Grace Wolf, Claudia DeLeo, Ella Putney, Irene Sy, Grace Watson, Eva Piciantini, and Ella O'Keefe. As the Bulldogs get it back in, out in front of the net, scrambled for. Referee calls a foul against the Bulldogs. That's going to come out to the 16 and be a free hit for the Clippers. Pellerin will take it. She pushes the ball up, knocked down by Vi Hodgson-Rogers. She slides it into Montagano. Montagano to O'Donnell. One-timer shot just wide of the net. Nice passing play there once again by Montagano. And Pellerin will take it again from the 16. Looking for an angle. Sends it upfield. Knocked down there. Stolen away by Putney, but they're going to call back of the stick there as Putney had reached out to slow that ball down. Clippers able to get it all the way up to the 50. DeLeo spins, knocks it out of bounds to slow down the Clippers as they're coming up the field. Out comes Carly Hodgson-Rogers with it. For the Bulldogs, she gets them to commit a foul. Nice lift by Hodgson-Rogers. Ball goes like 20 yards up in the air. 20 yards downfield. And the referee's going to blow a whistle because you've got to give the receiving player 5 yards to receive the ball when it's up in the air like that. And that didn't happen. But Montagano for the Bulldogs lays it to Catane, captain to captain, lays it out to Grace Wolf. Grace Wolf pushes it upfield, catches Girasol. Girasol trying to get it to O'Donnell. O'Donnell gets it in traffic, comes away with it, charges towards the net, tries to cut in. Goes backhand. Stick handles around. Shot, score. Bulldogs up 7-0. Nice stick handling display there from senior captain Tegan O'Donnell, who eclipsed the 100-point mark in her career a few games back. Tegan will be going to Stonehill College to continue her field hockey career, as the seniors continue to contribute out here and get on the board. Clippers commit a foul. Ball had poked up and caught the Portsmouth player in the foot. Girasol to O'Donnell. O'Donnell shot just wide as she was looking for more. Pellerin looking for a lane. She comes near side. Girasol disrupts the play, hustles after it, knocks it down. Referee's going to call back a stick off of Girasol. And the Clippers will have a free hit. Ball comes up to the 30. Montagano gathers it back up again for the Bulldogs. Nice cut. Lays it out. Girasol chases after it at the 10. Portsmouth trying to get it out. Montagano gets it back. Stick handles through 3-4 defenders. Ends up drawing a foul off of the Clippers. Montagano will take it. Montagano, as Claire McGinnis checks into the game for the Bulldogs. Claire McGinnis pushes it up to Putney. Battles for it. Ball chipped at. Montagano gets it back once again. Stick handles around. Dishes to O'Donnell. O'Donnell looking for room. Cuts to the left. Spins. Once again, O'Donnell backed into the defender using her body. That's a foul. And the Clippers will have the free hit come out the other way. Pellerin. Ball knocked down again. O'Donnell gets it back. Shot. McCauley, another save. Ball far side of the field. And Putney crashes in to Catane there. They hit the deck. Everybody seems to be okay as play gets back underway. Ball pushed all the way up the field. O'Donnell gets it, spins, going to be called for another body as she went to spin but backed into the defender. Pellerin up the field. Portsmouth moving up across the 50. Catane brings it back. Dishes for Montagano. Back to Catane. Catane swipes at it. Decides to lay it out for McGinnis. McGinnis trying to move it up. O'Donnell chops at it, gets it back. Battling for it. Gets the Clippers to commit a foul. O'Donnell back underway. Back into the shooter circle. Looking for room. Gets a shot. Score. And the Bedford Bulldogs go up 8-0 off the goal from senior captain Tegan O'Donnell. And that'll be it for some of these seniors as they're getting subbed out here by Kate Gaudreau, as I'm sure she doesn't want to see anybody getting injured, as the Bedford Bulldogs will be rolling into the playoffs at the top of the Division I pile. Tied for first place. So that's 2 on the night for Tegan O'Donnell, 2 on the night for Mary Lenti, Taylor Bailey, Grace Wolf, and I believe Eloise Montagano with 2 as well, but I'll have to check the scorecard, as I said earlier. Catane charges up the field. Gets into the shooter circle, pushes it in. It hits the foot of a Clipper defender, but play stays underway. McGinnis tries to slow them down as they're coming up the field. Portsmouth starting on the charge. Here they come. Number 16, Hales. But Carly Hodgson-Rogers comes away with it. They hook her stick. She's going to draw another foul. Carly Hodgson-Rogers, beautiful lift up the field. Finds Ella Putney. Ella Putney looking for room. Cuts to the left. Up across the 20. Cuts back to the right real quick. Pushes it in towards the net. McCauley comes out. Clears that ball easily. And out of bounds to slow down the Bedford attack. Bailey will take it for the Bulldogs. She pushes up. Catane steals it. Putney. Putney. Shot. Right pad save again by McCauley as she flashes it out there. That ball had eyes on it, but McCauley was right on top of it. As I mentioned earlier, over 550 career saves by McCauley in just 2 years. I've never heard of that. I've watched a lot of field hockey here at the high school level over the last 8 years, and as well with club field hockey. It's got to be unprecedented here in the state of New Hampshire. Portsmouth will have the free hit. No, referee's going to say side in, so that will just be a side in. Comes up. McGinnis knocks it down, picks it up. It's going to be a foul on the Bulldogs again, as the Clippers are able to clear all the way back to the Bedford 30. Claudia DeLeo pushes it. Nice ball upfield. Finds Morgan Widener. Widener up across the 50, trying to save it on the sideline. Just goes out of bounds. Clippers insert. Comes back up. Claudia DeLeo knocks it down again. Clears it up the field. Nice sideline pass to Widener. She springs her. Widener up across the 50. With room. Up across the 35. Tries to connect there. Ends up getting knocked down, but ball comes back to Putney. Putney, senior, dives back over towards the 30 and pushed it over to Browning. It comes back to Putney again. She's looking for room. Trying to beat the defender. Gets it back. Finds Browning. Browning tries to push it over to Widener. Into the circle. And out comes the Clippers. DeLeo pushes it back up. Addison Putney has it. Addie Putney, sophomore attack for the Bulldogs. As I mentioned earlier, this team is very deep here in Bedford. A lot of these younger players are very talented. And Kate Gaudreau, along with assistant coach Karen Putney, are set up for future success here, while the Bedford field hockey program is really strong right now. Portsmouth sends it in. Putney reaches out, knocks it down real quick. Waiting for the call on the field. Referee's going to say dangerous ball on that. Putney takes it. Cuts left. Looking for room. Up across the 20. Back out to the 25. Finds Browning. Browning retreats, but looks for room. Spins. Back in towards the 20. Putney. Shot. Just wide. As the Bulldogs just keep on pouring on the pressure here. Just about 2 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Bedford Bulldogs leading the Portsmouth Clippers 8-0. Widener steals it away. Tries to move it upfield. Portsmouth commits a foul. Widener loses it. Ball goes all the way up across the 50. Grace Wolf, as she checks in, spins around, knocks the ball down. Dishes to Montagano as Girasol also checks back into the game. And O'Donnell. 2 minutes left on the clock. Gaudreau's putting the seniors back out onto the field. Claudia DeLeo, another nice play. Finds Montagano at the 50. Montagano comes near side to Ray. Ray to Wolf. Wolf at the 40, looking for a lane. Pushes it up all the way to Girasol. Comes off the stick of Girasol up high, so they'll call a dangerous ball. Bonilla will take it. She drives it up the field. Ball goes up almost to the 50. Carly Hodgson-Rogers sends it up across the 40, but the Clippers come back. Carly Hodgson-Rogers air dribbles, goes wide, looking for room. Carly Hodgson-Rogers will also be going to University of New England with her sister Vi. Vi will be playing field hockey. Carly will be playing lacrosse. O'Donnell, shot. Ball gets knocked down. They're going to call a dangerous stick on that as O'Donnell wound up and went stick on stick with the defender. Less than a minute on the clock here for these seniors as we finish out the 2025 Bedford High School field hockey season. They have certainly put up an impressive record and a lot to be proud of as they go back in towards the net. Shot by Putney, knocked down by McCauley. Battled for. O'Donnell comes away with it. Cuts towards the net, gets tripped up. Ball goes out of bounds. That'll come out to the 16 and be a free hit for the Clippers. 15 seconds on the clock. Clippers try to clear. Knocked down. Vi Hodgson-Rogers into the circle. Looking for room, puts it towards the net. McCauley knocks it out of bounds. That's going to do it. 3 seconds left on the clock. The Bedford Bulldogs have won against the Portsmouth Clippers here on senior night at Bedford High School with a score of your Bedford Bulldogs 8 and the Portsmouth Clippers 0. Coming up, with the Bedford Bulldogs being tied for first place in Division I field hockey, they have a bye. The playoffs for them will start with a quarterfinal matchup to be determined against who. That'll be next Friday, October 24th. That game is currently scheduled to be played at 3 p.m., but that game will be here at Bedford High School. Please stay tuned in case of any time changes, but hope to see you then. Thank you for joining us. I'm Scott O'Donnell. Have a good night.